Hello guys, this is Spooky Noodles, and I am here with a book mail. I'm finally saying it right. It's a book mail, and there's a big bright light just coming right in and shining right on my face and just really annoying. But without further ado, let's jump into this book mail. First, this is something I bought on Etsy from the I want to say it was a Bridge to Hell books. Actually, let me make sure I get this right because this came in a really nice package, and I really want to give a shout out to whoever did package it. So let me make sure I get the name right, and yeah. So let's see here, purchases and reviews. I got this from, A Bridge to Hell books. They did an amazing job packaging this. The book's in pretty good shape. I knew the condition of it before I got it, so I'm not sure if they took a picture of the spine and the back. I don't remember if they did or not. Let me check real quick, because that will be something that I'll judge them on or not. They do take a picture of the back, but they don't take a picture of the spine. So, it doesn't really matter to me though. This book ended up looking pretty nice. This is Owl Going Back. And let me get the camera back on. There we go. Owl Going Back, and it's called Darker Than Night, as you can see on the cover. Let me read what this is about, because this actually sounds interesting to me, so maybe it will sound interesting to you. I don't know. Horror novelist Michael Anthony is going home, taking his family from New York City to the small Missouri town where he grew up with a eccentric grandmother. But when they move into their old house, they find that something already resides there. In the walls, under the floors, in the darkest corners. Something is trying to break through into this world. When it does, Michael and his family will be lucky to escape with their lives. Darker Than Night. And I have his other book, Crota. And haven't read that one yet either, but I saw this at a good price, and I've heard great things about Owl Going Back, so I went ahead and got his book. Alright, now we're going into the Tony Bacon auction stuff. And the first book I pull is a good one. It's in really good condition. No bends in the spine. Boom. And this is Jack Ketchums Red. Now this is my fourth Jack Ketchum Jack Ketchum book that I own. The fourth one. I hear amazing things about Jack Ketchum, and he's written one of the stories that I refuse to read. Well, I will read it eventually, but right now I'm just not at that point in my life where I want to be destroyed emotionally, so I'm not going to read The Girl Next Door right now. But I have Cover, The Offspring, The Lost, and now I have Red by Jack Ketchum. Let me read it real quick. It all started with a simple act of brutality. 3 boys shot and killed an old man's dog. No reason, just plain meanness. But the dog was the best thing in the old man's world, and he wasn't about to let it pass. He wanted justice, and he'd make sure the kids paid for what they did, even if it cost him his life. They picked the wrong old man to mess with, and as the fury of violence escalates, they're about to learn that the hard way. That's Red by Jack Ketchum. And now I'm just looking at the cover for the first time, and the cover's actually pretty good. So that's Red by Jack Ketchum, as I already said. And what is this? Word Searches for the Quarantine, or How to Not Go Crazy and Kill Everyone. What is this? Oh, it's so cool. Thank you, Tony. This is cool. It's a little word search pamphlet or magazine or whatever you want to call this. That's pretty nice. Thank you, dude. Put it out right next to my tortoise's cage. Alright. I'm gonna save that book for last, so we will open up these books right now. Or maybe these ones, since I can grab these ones easier. You can't see what I'm doing, so you probably like, what the hell are you talking about, Nick? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, sorry. So this is my favorite werewolf book ever. I listened to it on audiobook, and it was amazing, and I enjoyed this a lot. And I did once upon a time own it, but I didn't own this leisure horror paperback, and that's The Hide Effect by Steve Vance. This has a little bit of a long back, but basically all you need to know is there's a werewolf terrorizing this town, and eventually they catch the werewolf and imprison him, and everyone comes to see the man who killed a bunch of people, and he turns into a werewolf before their very eyes, and it's all about them escaping this asylum. That's kind of a spoiler, but that's Hide Effect by Steve Vance. Oh, and then this is Moon Death by Rick Atala. A few months ago, I read brain fart. I can see the cover, but I can't see the name. Unsigahunk. What was it? Was it called Unsigahunk? I know those were the monsters in the book, but was it called Unsigahunk? Little Brother, that's what it was called. Little Brothers. And I loved that book. It was great. So I thought I'd get this book, Moon Death by Rick Atala. I will read this one because the back is very short, so let me read it. Cooper Falls is a small, quiet New Hampshire town. The kind you'd miss if you blinked an eye. But when darkness falls and the full moon rises, an uneasy feeling filters through the air, an unnerving foreboding that causes the skin to prickle on the body to tense, and the body to tense. Because faintly, from across the water, a low moaning howl begins to rise, and the massive black shadow with burning green eyes stalks the night. It is part man, part beast, a victim of the past, a creature of evil, who hungers for flesh, thirsts for blood, and lives to kill again and again and again. So that's Moon Death. I'm guessing this is a werewolf book by Rick Atala, so that sounds awesome. And it's kind of funny that the Steve Vance book and the Rick Atala book were packaged together. I think that was pretty cool. Alright. We have only a few more books here. So without further ado, I will pull one out after the other. Alright, so we have Thomas Tryon's The Other. Now, Thomas Tryon was an actor, and he turned to an author. It doesn't have a synopsis on the back. There's no synopsis anywhere, so can't tell you what it's about, but I heard interesting things about it, so I got it. Plus, I heard Tryon, and I already own one book by Tryon, so I thought I'd go ahead and get that one. Oh, cool. Okay. Alright. Oh, I actually own this now. Cool. Alright. Graham Masterton's The Djinn. Now, I own this in another paperback, but I wanted this version, so when I read it the second time around, I have this cool version. And I want to get the one just like this, but the Manitou, which I owned already, but I gave away to a friend, and then I kind of regretted it. I mean, my friend enjoys it, but they don't really know what kind of great book they got, you know? So I'm going to probably get the Manitou version of this, and I'm going to have a cool little Pinnacle Books collection of Graham Mastertons. Okay. Next, we will pull out this book. Oh, another Graham Masterton book. The Devils of DDay, which I, once again, already own somewhere. But I wanted this copy for Pinnacle Books. This one's in much better condition than the one I had before. So, yeah, I'm looking very forward to reading this one. I was supposed to read it for my, what do you want to call it? For my, words. Half-a-weenathon, but I did not get around to it. So, yeah, it's a short book, so I thought I'd read it soon. Another Pinnacle, too, and it's Graham Masterton, so that's really cool. Alright, next. Oh, cool. We have Breeder by Douglas Clegg. I don't think I own this book already, so I went ahead and got it. Seen better days. Let me read this one to you. I haven't really been reading the other ones to you because I either couldn't, or I've already read them, or what. Like, Devils of DDay is about a guy who looks into a tank and unleashes ghosts, and the Djinn is basically the same thing, but it's someone finds this vase or something like that, a vase, and it unleashes a genie. This one, I'll read the synopsis for you. Near a thriving metropolis. I can't read today. Near a thriving metropolis. Metropolis. Oh my gosh! Come on, Nick, get it together. A grotesque creature feeds in secret and on its helpless prey. A happy young couple hoping to start a family moves into a decrepit townhouse, and into the heart of a festering nightmare. The spawn of the damned is ripening, bursting open with unholy fury, ready to unleash a hideous, monstrous evil. That's by Douglas Clegg. I have a few Douglas Clegg books. He has a book called Neverland that I really want to read. So, I'll get to that when I get to that. Alright, so we have the last paperback here. And I totally forgot I got this. There's one more book after this, so this isn't the finale, but this is the last paperback. That's John Ferris's The Captors. I got this strictly for the cover. I'm not sure if I'm a John Ferris fan yet. I haven't read a book by him yet, but I do own a few books by him. I own Scare Tactics and one other book, but I can't remember the name of it at the moment. But now I own The Captors. So let me read the back for you guys. Kidnappers are frequently complex, devious people, the detective had warned her. But that wasn't the half of it. What began as a routine kidnapping would end much more. What began as a routine kidnapping would end in much more. Sins of unspeakable evil and terrifying violence. Who are these strangely sinister captors, and who is their wickedly erotic victim? Ooh. What has been happening to this strange young girl? And what has produced this nerve-fraying nightmare of sheer electric terror? My stomach is growling. I don't know if you guys heard that. But that is The Captors. And it kind of reminds me of the book I'm writing. Kind of. Not really, but kind of. It has a similar premise, but it's totally different. But yeah, Captors by John Ferris. So that's the last of the paperbacks. But now we have the last one. And this one I think is the coolest out of all of them. And I have this, I think, in paperback. Or I have it like in a tall paperback or something like that. But that is The Bottoms by Joe R. Lansdale. And has a bunch of blurbs on the back. I think the inside flaps will have the story, but basically I already know what it's about. So these kids happen upon a body of a dead black girl, or woman, I should say, and the town doesn't really get, all jarred up about it. But once a white person is murdered, they figure that the killer must be black, and they point their fingers at a certain black man, and the two kids have to figure out who murdered the two people before innocent man is framed for those crimes. And it reminds me a lot of To Kill a Mockingbird, but probably more brutal. So I can't wait to read this Joe R. Lansdale book. I don't know if I'm actually going to read this edition or not, but probably not this edition, because this is a really nice edition. I don't think it's signed, is it? No, it's not signed, but it's really nice. A really nice edition, and I don't really want to ruin it, so I'm probably going to read the other one, to be honest. Or I might give this to my friend if the book is good. So I'm going to have to read the book first, and then I will ship it to him if the book is good. Maybe not this copy. Maybe this is my copy, and the other one will be his. And the other one is in great condition anyways, so he'd be getting a good deal either way. So, but yeah, Joe R. Lansdale's The Bottoms. And that will conclude the book haul of today. And let me see if I can get these books, mounted here. Boom. There we go. That is my book mail for today. I guess you can say this is a haul of sorts. If I had to choose which book I'm most interested in, that would be hard. I think it's a tie between the Joe R. Lansdale book, the Jack Ketchum book, and, believe it or not, the John Ferris book. Because the John Ferris book sounds a lot like my book. So, yeah, I'd love to see how he did a similar premise. But, that is my... Oh, the John Ferris book is a tour book. I didn't even know that. Then you got Pocket, and a few more pockets. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the book mail. Hopefully I'll have a review for you guys soon. I'm reading like 3 books at once with an audiobook on top of that, so... And then I got a lot of writing to do, so I'm very, very busy. But, I also have family stuff I gotta do. Like earlier, I had an appointment, and I'm going to make another appointment soon for my a diabetes checkup, because I might have diabetes. I'm not sure, but all signs point to diabetes. So I don't want to be an online doctor or anything, but every time I look up my symptoms, it just leads to diabetes. So crossing my fingers, I don't have diabetes, but it just makes sense, But that has been my book mail for today. We are at 17 minutes and 30 seconds. Well, more than that. But yeah, this has been a really good book mail. I enjoyed it a lot. I know there was some books I wanted to show you that I did not get. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are having a good day. Hope you have a spooky night. You might get a writing vlog later. You never know. I'll catch you in the next video, guys. Peace out.
Now I am the